So let's talk about music and my journey in it. So if you're watching this, you are probably familiar with my music because you've obviously watched some of my videos. My music journey starts in 2003 when I was in college. I wasn't very good. Took a lot of practice, a lot of time, and with years I've gotten better. Styles have changed, equipment has changed, taste in music has changed. So when I say it's a journey, it's been a journey. Is music my passion? I wouldn't say it's my passion. I just think I'm pretty good at it and I have a pretty good understanding in making it. So the journey hasn't been easy, but I think it's been worth it. So what would I categorize my style in music? That was a hard one. I'm everywhere when it comes to music. I like really complex music. It doesn't matter what type of music it is. I just like hearing the complexities in the instruments, the tones, the arrangements, the rhythms, and that I really appreciate musicianship. So for me, anything that has a good complex style, I enjoy. I felt like in the last couple years, I've transformed from being a producer to an artist, which I never wanted to do. But as I grew older, I grew more confident, and I think my music has given me the opportunity to become more of an artist than a producer. So having that mindset has given me the opportunity to create even more differently than producing. So now that I've said that, I feel like I'm more of an artist. I love creating, whether it's music, short films, or just the marketing and advertising stuff, or the content creating. It's all in line with creating. Just in the last year, I've picked up photography, and it's something that I really enjoy. It takes me out of the studio, and it's also a little complex. It's also a lot of composing and free thinking and being ready. And just a couple of weeks ago, I launched Happy Audio and Company, which is even more of an artistic side to me, which I can create a lot of things that I have in my head for the artist, and for fans and musicians that like art, that appreciate tools that are needed every day as producers, engineers, photographers, and creatives. There's a lot of stuff that isn't created for us. I know for me, I find things that come close enough and I modify them. It's something that kind of inspired Happy Audio and Co. Because everything is created through necessity. So me having the need when I'm out in a session or out shooting photos or just creating, I see the lack of tools. So that's what kind of inspired Happy Audio. We all have studios. Most of the times we're just trying to find things that can fit our aesthetic, our space, and I felt that there was a need for decor, for designs, pouches, cases, that are meant for us. Because like I said, we're always modifying things. We're always trying to convert things that were made for something else for us. That was my idea for Happy Audio. It's just for the creatives. I'm a big fan of gear. And if you've seen some of my stuff, you've seen knobs, you've seen paintings of little hardware, my MPC coasters, but mostly based for audio, just because audio is my main avenue. It's what I do. It's what I've been doing for a long time, and it's something that I enjoy doing. And I believe there's tools out there that can make our jobs a lot easier. Creating is my passion. It just doesn't have to be in music. It can be in a lot of different forms of creating. And through one type of art, it helps me create a different type of art. So expect more music, expect more content, and check out Happy Audio and Co. It's in its really infancy stage right now. I have a lot to do in building that brand up. If you're like me, you probably find things in random places. You find a way to modify them. And that's what I've been doing. So let me show you what I'm working on. So if you have a studio, any type of studio, it doesn't have to be music. It could be photography, it could be sewing, it could be whatever. You probably find odd storage solutions. For instance, if you have an MPC, you probably have one of these. This is like a Pelican case, and this is from Harbor Freights. It's a good price, but look how bulky it is. And they're kind of pricey, but you probably have something like this. I found this at a hardware store. It was broken, so they gave me a good deal. It didn't have the strap here, and the strap is to keep it shut because it was broken. So again, modifying, put the strap in, sewed on the strap into the clips. We have a functional case. I found this at a thrift store. It was a few bucks, and these are great for holding mics. You know, they're hard shell, they're not expensive, they look nice, and I love them. You know, anytime I could find these, I buy them. But a few weeks ago, I was at a thrift store and I found this. It was brand new with the tags, and I fell in love. I thought it was a cool case, and I'm gonna modify this. This is the perfect size for, wait a second, for SP404 MK2. See that? It's perfect. I could throw this in my backpack and it's not going to be rolling around, bumping into anything, and it's quite secure. So I'm looking to modify it, probably put 2 ties here to put cables maybe. So this is something I'll be working on at Happy Audio & Co. So I showed you the cases. Here we have 2 styles of coasters. We have an epoxy coaster and we have a wood coaster. 2 ideas that I had. So this has a record inside of it, but epoxy is really hard to work with and it's kind of pricey. So I probably won't be doing a lot of epoxy stuff, but I'll probably do a single run for these. Wood, same thing. It's a little more time consuming, but wood coasters are a lot easier to make. So it's something that every studio needs, especially if you have a desk with gear. You don't want water or drinks on your desk. This is a good solution. So before Happy Audio & Company, I really didn't do much painting. It's taught me a lot about patience and detail. So here are some examples that I've done. This is the MPC here. This is the SP404 MK2 here. Pretty cool. And your famous knob, which is a Neve knob right here, which is, I believe, one of the best looking knobs there is and has ever been created. And finally, we have paintings. So here we have, again, the Neve 1073, which is, I believe, an iconic piece of gear. It's beautiful. It's recognizable. It's something that if you love gear, you'll appreciate having something like this in your studio, especially if you own some iteration of it. I can't afford a Neve, so I have a warm audio one, and I love it. I love using it. I love how it looks. And like I said, me looking at this art kind of inspires me to work. So it's a cool thing to have in the studio to inspire you to work. So finally, we have canvas painting here, which is inspired by a mixer. We have the fader. I love the colors. You know, I like the spaciness of it. Looking at it inspires me to go to the studio, turn on my DAW and get to work, or just create. You know, this is what art's supposed to be, to inspire you to create more art. So this is what Happy Audio is all about. It's about art, it's about creating, it's about being inspired, and it's something that I enjoy doing, and I want to inspire you to create and to be more happy and to get work done, because I believe that's the hardest thing to do. It's starting a project and finishing it. So this was just a recap of what's going on. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.